Here we go with individual event 2 presented by Rock Tape. This is heat number 1. For the fellas, they got through that grueling endurance event. Now it is all about the strength. They are going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the rep count of deadlift, bench press, and squat clean.
And Kiki, this is known as Linda. Big clang and bang workout for the brothers here today. Of course, the athletes working already on their bench press. First time we've seen this particular movement at a regionals event. And already, Kavika, sunglasses and all, first athlete onto that barbell for those 145-pound squat cleans. My man Kavika going touch and go.
Josh, at this point, I don't even think I'd recognize Kavika without his glasses. You know what I'm saying? We are years deep into this thing.
Here comes Kirk Ritchie out of Cityside CrossFit going singles. Orion over here in lane number 1 going singles as well. Kavika starting to blow up a little bit.
And just to give you guys an idea of what kind of weight they're working with at each of these movements, at the deadlift, it's 295 pounds. The bench press is 195, and then these squat cleans are at 145 pounds.
Kavika advancing that barbell into that next set of numbers right next to him. Austin O'Neill as they make their way back to the barbell. So it's 1 Kavika, 2 Austin O'Neill. Here comes Orion. Orion making his way back to the barbell.
Jose Bernal also moving into his set of 9. So it is 1 Kavika. Oh, just kidding. It's Austin O'Neill over there in lane number 7. Doing the slide on those deadlifts.
Kirk making his way back to the barbell as Orion passes him. Orion making his way over to the bench. Kirk knocking out his set of deadlifts right next to Kirk. We got Richard out of CrossFit Argyle.
Okay, so here we go. It's 1 Austin O'Neill, 2 Kavika Henderson. And then how is Orion looking over in lane number 1?
The top time to beat, Andre Gannon, 12:09 out of the European region. As Kavika getting no reps. Kirk setting up for some bench press as Orion setting up for some squat cleans. Meanwhile, in lanes 1 and 2, or excuse me, in lanes 10 and 9, Thatcher and Jose. Jose finishing up his bench press as he makes his walk over to that barbell. This is the final event for these athletes for today. They'll be back tomorrow as they're looking to shake up that leaderboard.
O'Neill heading back in towards that road rig. He will be going on his set of 8. Set of 8 deadlifts at 295.
Kavika chipping away, trying to catch up to Austin O'Neill as Kirk trying to catch up to Orion. Kirk here starting his squat cleans. The deadlift weight 295 pounds, the bench press 195, and those squat cleans 145.
Everyone opting for those singles for the squat clean. Thatcher Taylor and Jose Bernal advancing their barbells at the same time. And they will begin their sets of 8 for each of these movements.
4.5 minutes on that clock, a 17-minute time cap. Orion knocking out these bench presses as Kirk looks to finish up these squat cleans. Here comes Zach Anderson. Anderson making his way back to those deadlifts.
5 minutes in with that time cap of 17 minutes. Orion leading the charge over in lane number 1. He will be the first to pull. Austin O'Neill wraps up those cleans and he rolls his bar up into a set of 7.
Zach Anderson knocking out some reps on that bench press. Quick break for him. Kavika trying to catch up to as Orion knocking out some reps. Speaking to Kirk Ritchie's coach, Hannah Burrell, that she incorporated a lot of bench press in his programming, making sure that Kirk was ready and prepared for today. 2 to 3 times a week for Kirk, and that is definitely showing as he is making his way through this bench press. Some short sets. Same goes for Kavika, as Kavika making some short sets out of these squat cleans. But right now, Kiki, it looks like Austin still holding on to that lead.
He is indeed. That is Austin O'Neill, who's going to be approaching those squat cleans, his set of 7 right there.
Who is going to be the king of the Clang and Bang, the Linda event? Get big brother workout here. As Austin dismantling this event, Orion finishing up his set of 7 bench press. It's always the reps 10 through 6 that really get you.
He's got 5 reps in the bag. I believe that is number 6 for Austin O'Neill. This should be his final clean. And there it is. Moving in 2 sets of 6. Your leader, Austin O'Neill, in lane number 7.
Going down the ladder, 10 through 1. Austin O'Neill very calm as we pass the 7.5 minute mark. Orion, big boy here in lane number 1. Orion getting ready to finish 7 reps at 1:45. Orion looking to take over second place as Orion here in lane number 1. You're clear number 2. And Austin already back onto that bench press. Oh, muscle fatigue setting in for these athletes, especially on the bench. Got our crack staff, our judges looking to spot our athletes if they need it. Remember, they must achieve full lockout, Kiki, before they rack the barbell. They cannot press that barbell into the rack, and they'll get a no rep, and that's what happened to Mr. Austin O'Neill. You gotta stand it, you gotta achieve full lockout, hear that good rep signal, and then rack the barbell. Kirk going back to work on the bench press, as is Zach Anderson.
Austin O'Neill moving into singles now. Switching to singles, Austin O'Neill still able to get that job done.
Kirk approaching his barbell, trying to finishing up his 7. But Austin O'Neill, your leader, he finishes up 6 squat cleans at 1:45. Athletes will have about 7 minutes left on that clock.
While O'Neal goes to begin his sets of 5 on the deadlift. We've got Kavika fighting to get through those squat cleans. 4 of the athletes working on their sets of 7s right now.
Kavika trying to take back the lead, but it is Orion who is threatening Austin O'Neal's lead. Austin back on the bench. The other thing that these athletes have to keep in mind, Kiki, is that their butt has to be on the bench. Their feet have to be on the bench. Any part of those body parts come off of the bench or off of the floor, those feet off of the floor or their butt off of the bench, and it is considered a no rep. So again, your butt must be on the bench, your feet have to be on the floor, you gotta achieve full lockout. You can start to see these athletes, muscle fatigue set in on the bench, but it is Austin O'Neal getting ready to work on his set of 5.
Austin O'Neal picking up that pace. He's working his singles. But because we've got descending reps going on, these guys are able to cycle through faster and faster as long as they don't face that burnout. Moving into his sets of 4 now for Austin O'Neal. While he moves into 4, it's Jose Bernal in lane number 10, rolling his bar up to the sets of 5.
Orion approaching that barbell for his set of 5. Quick reps here for Orion here in lane number 1.
We are 13 minutes into this event. So with 4 minutes remaining, Orion over in lane number 1, currently sitting in second for this heat, moves into his sets of 4. While he heads in, it is Austin O'Neal who's able to make his way back out.
Austin now working on his set of 4, and this is where you're gonna start to see business pick up. Austin going double timing as he slams that rogue barbell on the ground, moving into his reps of 3. 17 minutes on that time cap, but these athletes looking to not need it as Austin makes his way back.
Three minutes to go.
Austin on his set of 3 now. 3 bench press at 195 for Austin O'Neal as Zach Anderson makes his way over to his barbell for 5 squat cleans. Right, Austin now getting his reps in.
It is 1, Austin O'Neal. 2 is Orion. And then we have a 2-way tie for 3rd between Thatcher Taylor and Jose Bernal.
Austin O'Neal racing over to his barbell for his 3 squat cleans. There you go, all eyes are on Austin O'Neal as we approach the 15-minute marker. And Austin, no trouble with those squat cleans. 3 total reps to go, 2 in the sequence. Orion making his way back to his barbell, but it is Austin O'Neill. 2 reps in on his deadlift. He's got 2 reps left on his bench. And speaking of 2 athletes, you have less than 2 minutes.
You're right about that. 90 seconds to go for these fellas.
Austin trying to get it all said and done in less than 90 seconds.
He pulls 1. He pulls 2. And he is in his final round, just with 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining and 1 rep at each station. Your leader in lane number 7, Austin O'Neill, trying to finish underneath that time cap.
Kiki's told you, you guys got less than 45 seconds to go. Austin with just 2 reps, 1 bench and 1 clean. And here we go, 30 seconds left on the clock. Gonna see a finisher here in heat number 1.
And he'll come across around 16:40. Give it up for Austin O'Neill.
15 seconds, athletes.
10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Heat 1 is done. Shout out to Austin O'Neill, 16:40.
Stand by. There we go, Kiki D. Our second heat of athletes getting ready to take on Linda. A little different take of our classic CrossFit workout. 10 reps all the way down to 1 deadlift, bench, and squat clean. And a big bro workout, if you want to call it that. Little clang and bang, as we mentioned before. As our athletes make their way over to this bench press, something that they have never seen at a CrossFit Regionals event.
This is the bro sesh at Regionals right here. Little bench action. I know there's a lot of athletes excited to see this. Scott leading it in lane number 2. Talk to me.
Big Scott over here in lane number 2 from Finish Strong CrossFit. We got Nick Heck over there from CrossFit Apollo knocking out his squat cleans. Phil Gilliat out of NOLA getting no reps. Phil making sure that was a good rep as Scott advances his barbell. Now Scott making his way back to the pull-up rig. Scott, your number 1 athlete so far.
He is now going to dig into his set of 9. To give you an idea of what kind of weight these fellas are working with, that deadlift is 295, bench press 195, and those cleans at 145.
Dalton Mankin over here in lane number 1 out of CrossFit Wild West. In second place with Nick. In third, of course, Chance Ramos. Had a fantastic showing in our first event. Phil Gilliat here trying to finish up his squat cleans as Scott over there in lane number 2. Knocking out 9 bench presses. Nick Hecht out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Going to work on his 9 bench press, but it is Scott Tetlow over here in lane number 2. Going touch and go. 3 reps in a row, make that 4 reps in a row. 5 unbroken reps out of 9. Nick looking over at his competition as he has a 5-rep lead over Nick Hecht. Here goes Scott now, making that 6. He is 7 reps in. Rep scheme was 5 and 4 as he moves that barbell into that next round. Nick playing it a little conservative as he's going singles, but Scott making his way back to that barbell.
Scott gonna be getting his set of 8. And now we have Nick and Babek duking it out in lanes 9 and 5. And then down here at the far end in lane number 10, Chance Ramos. He did exceptionally well on event number 1. I believe he took 3rd position in that event. So starting out his regional weekend with a bang.
Nick picking up the pace as he looks over at his competition. Scott, here comes Phil. Phil back to the barbell looking to make up some time. Andrew St. Germain chipping away at 9 reps, as is Dalton Menken. So it goes 1. Scott in lane number 2. In 2nd place, Nick Heck. He's in lane number 9. Scott went 5 and 4 on his reps on his squat cleans. Kiki, will he go 4 and 4? Will he go 8 unbroken? About to find out as he is running away with 1st place here at the 4.5 minute marker. And that was a set of 4 for Mr. Scott Tetlow over there in lane number 2. Nick looking over as he is now 5. Scott is 5 reps ahead of Nick.
Speaking of 5, we are 5 minutes in, you guys.
There goes Phil advancing his barbell. As is Scott, your leader, lane number 2, making his way back over to his deadlifts for his set of 7. Nick Hecht over there in lane number 9. And black and blue, representing CrossFit Apollo. Going singles. And Scott going right to work on his 7 deadlifts, 295 pounds on the bar. Again, these athletes being very strategic, and when they put it into 5th and 6th gear, Matthew Strand, Bavik Esgui. Esgui going right to work on his cleans.
Esgui was in 3rd, but he's got company to his right and left. Chance Ramos trying to catch him, as is Andrew St. Germain. And Mankim, which of those athletes is going to be able to get into that round of 7 first? They're all within a few reps of each other while they wrap up 8 right there.
Scott Tetlow making his way back to his barbell. 7 squat cleans.
So Germain will move into 3rd position for this heat. Heat number 2, individual event number 2, presented by Rock Tape. We got Linda in the house here at the South Regional.
Phil Gilad over there in lane number 4, trying to use the power of the black and brave to get him through this event. But Scott Tetlow over here in lane 2, chipping away and getting ready to advance into his set of 6 reps at each movement. And just like that, Kiki, he will advance.
While he advances, Nick has 2 reps in towards his set of 7. Nick is in that black shirt, blue shorts.
Nick's gonna either have to pick the pace up or start to go doubles or triples if he wants to catch up to Scott. who is running away with first place here in lane number 2.
8 minutes in, athletes, we're 8 minutes in.
Scott with, at least when he gets to those squat cleans, big chunks of reps. Phil making his way back over to his barbell. As Gui taking a little bit of a breather, as does St. Germain. St. Germain eyeing his barbell, looking to finish up his set of 7. Tetlow knocking out his set of 6 bench press. Picture perfect bench press for Scott as he makes his way back to his barbell.
So it is 1 Scott over in lane number 2. We got Nick in second over in lane number 9. And then a tie between Mankin and St. Germain for third. Nine minutes in.
Scott starting to go singles. As Nick still on that bench press. Nick in second place. Scott with 1 more to go, and this is the first time this event that he's gone singles as Scott makes his way back to the deadlift barbell. Nick now taking a breather as Scott, a 5 bench press lead, or excuse me, a 6 squat clean lead over Nick. Nick in second place as Scott goes right to work now on his 5 deadlifts. Scott finishing up his 5 deadlifts just as Nick starts his 6 squat cleans.
Athletes, you're 10 minutes in, 10 minutes in. Nick on singles for this set of 6. Our leader, Scott, making his way back out to the cleans in this set of 5.
Nicely done as Scott now going unbroken possibly in his set of 5. There he goes, Scott putting on a show. Only needed 1 round to kind of catch himself up. 1 round of singles, and now he is moving on, and I think it is safe to say, unless something dramatic happens with one of our other athletes, Scott gonna be running away with it as we pass the 11-minute mark. Now second place currently being held by Nick. Nick Hetch over there in lane number 9, trying to play catch up, but Scott just double timing those squat cleans. And that seems to be the great equalizer, Kiki, advancing him further and further into that first place position. Here we go, Scott Tetlow now starting his set of 4, and squat cleans seem to be no issue. As Scott finishing up his set of 4 as Nick gets to his set of 5. That just shows you how big a separation this heat is.
Scott now getting in position for his 3 deadlifts. Your leader in that gray t-shirt, black shorts. The end is in sight for him. 3 reps, not gonna be a problem at this point for these movements. Just a matter of how quickly can he get through each of them. Getting into position for the bench press. Easy day at the office for Scott Tetlow as he puts that bar back on the rack. And we know he's got the cleans.
I know, I was just about to say, do you think he's going to go 3 unbroken? Chances are that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yes, they can taste that finish line once they get to these sets of 3. They got a little bit more pep in their step as they inch their way down. We are 13 minutes in. Yeah, there's your touch and go, Joshua G.
Our event record is safe as that is around the 12-minute mark. However, Scott getting ready to move into round number 2, or excuse me, his set of 2 reps. Two deadlifts down for Scott. Nick trying to catch up, but I don't think it's going to be enough as Scott now on his bench press. There goes 1 rep. 2 reps for Scott.
Swole and steady as Scott makes his way out for 2 cleans. Showing a little bit of pain face, but that's what you gotta do. Taking a breather, approaching that barbell. Here we go. He's got 1 in the bag. There's 2. Joshua G. He's made it to those final sets of 1.
There he goes. Little power walking back to the barbell.
I don't know.
Little mall walking back, ain't nothing wrong with it. Legs have got to be smoked after that 3-mile run, after that row, after all those double unders, and after all those squat cleans. Here comes Scott Tetlow.
1 and done at the deadlift. 1 and done at that bench press. I think his biggest obstacle now is just getting to these movements.
There he goes, no quit in Scott as he approaches that barbell for the final time. Gonna need all the aerosity after all this is said and done. No rep.
Come on, let's get behind him when he approaches that bar, which is right now. Woo! Oh, psych.
There he goes, now he gets a rep as he races into that end zone. Scott getting it done. He's got to be thrilled about that with a time of 15:50. Athletes, you have 1 minute to go. 1 minute.
With about 50 seconds remaining on that clock, Nick will begin his 2 squat cleans. 40 seconds to go. Can he hustle enough?
It's definitely doable, at least I think so, with about 30 seconds left.
He needs those singles. Nick in lane number 9 in the black shirt, blue shorts, pulls the deadlift. 20 seconds to go.
Come on, South, make some noise for Nick with about 15 seconds.
He gets that bench press. He's got 10 seconds.
Crowd getting behind him. Kiki, about 5 seconds to go. Can he do it?
3, 2, 1, time! Oh! I'm thinking he made it. I'm pretty sure he made it, but we'll have to go to the scorecard on that one.
We'll have to find out. It was awfully close.
So we have seen 2, possibly 3 athletes complete this event.
Big round of applause nonetheless for Scott Tetlow for finishing first.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games South Regional here at the Salt Palace Convention Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm Ted Ramey alongside my good friend Justin Judkins as we get set here for event number 2 of the men's competition. It's a classic. It's Linda.
It is a classic, also affectionately known as 3 bars of death because there are 3 different movements. So Our theme of triplets continues today into event number 2. We started off the day with a triplet. We've got another triplet, 3 movements. They're going to be taking on deadlift, bench press, and squat clean, starting with 10 reps of all 3 lifts, and then they reduce the number of reps by 1 until they go all the way down to 1 final rep, and then they get a stand on the finish mat. There is a time cap of 17 minutes, but if you have done CrossFit for any length of time, chances are you have probably done Linda in either your home gym, in your garage, or at your affiliate. It does come up from time to time on CrossFit.com, and this is a fun one. I'm excited about calling this one. I like seeing these athletes. I like seeing these lifts, and it's going to be fun.
It'll be fantastic, and just to see these guys really push it in this capacity. It'll be fun here as we take a look at the lane assignments. You see Justin King from the Masters competition in lane number 1. Of course, taking a look at Kyle Zozaya, Jose Aragon, and again, just to see them compete in a classic will be very fun in that capacity. But again, we're at the 2018 South Regional. It is men's event number 2. It is our 3rd heat from inside here, the Salt Palace in Salt Lake City, Utah. So as we get set, let's wait now for the start.
Stand by.
Event 2, Heat 3 is underway.
And Ted, this event really is all about the bench press. In CrossFit, these guys are really used to doing deadlifts and squat cleans day in, day out. It's a staple. However, you don't see the bench press come up very often. The weights on the bars, we mentioned this earlier, 295 pounds on the deadlift, 195 pounds on the bench press, and 145 pounds on the squat cleans.
And because it does decrease, as we see out there in lane number 8, Tyler Hageman, do you have to pace yourself as much, or in these early rounds can you blow it out a little bit since the reps will be decreasing?
Well, if you've done this event, you'll understand you can go out way too fast, and it's easy to do that. And so now these guys are in incredible shape, obviously. They're the fittest in the South. And so you'll see them keep and maintain a fast pace. But I've done this quite a few times, and there were times when I did go out too fast.
This is the first time that we have seen the bench press in a CrossFit event. So for a little more background and detail on this, let's go to Mike on the floor.
Thanks, guys. Yes, as you mentioned, the first time we've seen bench press in a CrossFit competition. And bench press is a very difficult movement when you're trying to go to failure. It can be dangerous. So we have 2 mechanisms to help the safety of the athletes. The first is alongside the rack, we have 2 safety straps. So that's mechanism number 1. The second mechanism is we have spotters behind each rack. Now the spotters will only come in if the bar starts to descend or if the athlete is really struggling. If that happens, they'll help the athlete lift the bar up, and then it has to be immediately racked before an athlete attempts another rep.
We see again the bench reps being repped out there.
You know, it's interesting, Ted, because if you see this come up as a workout on CrossFit.com, they'll tell you do 1.5 times your body weight on the deadlift. Do your bench press at body weight, and do your squat cleans at 3/4 of your body weight. Now, obviously they couldn't really do that at the regionals, so what they've done is they based it off of the average weight of a CrossFit athlete at the regionals and games, and that's 195 pounds for the males. So if you're a smaller athlete here, you're actually going heavier than you would if you saw this come up as a workout on CrossFit.com. If you're a heavier athlete, you've got a little bit of an advantage.
There's Justin King in second place in lane 1 right now. In the lead, we had Tyler Hageman over in lane 8, but again, this is our second place competitor right now, Justin King. And we're seeing Hageman make his way back to the deadlift portion.
And really, 295 pounds on that deadlift is nothing. These guys can just crush that.
Time to beat, 15:50.94. That was set in heat number 2. 15:50.94. There's Tyler Eggerman. He's in the lead. The event record is 12:09.31, set by Andre Gainin at the Europe Regional.
They said Andre went unbroken on every single set. They thought that he was going to run out of gas, but he just kept going.
4 minutes gone by, 17-minute cap.
And 145 pounds, really, for these athletes at this high of a caliber, really no big deal on those squat cleans. And you'll see, just mentally, I think, when the reps descend and you're doing less reps every round, mentally it's easier to just kind of push the pace as you get into the event.
And 4:30 gone by. Keeping an eye on Tyler Eggerman, but now it's Justin King in second place on the bench press. Making his way onto the squat cleans. He's in lane 1.
Notice he's recovering as he walks down. He's not sprinting down, not getting down to the bar too fast. He's recovering, and I think that's smart so that when you get there, you can get right into your lift.
There's Eggerman in lane number 8. Center your screen there on the squat clean portion. He is in the lead. Bottom of your screen in the red top, or on the far right, I should say, that is Justin King. He's in second. And you see Eggerman trotting right to left back to the bench press. There's King in second.
Notice how he reestablishes that hook grip on the way down. As the bar's coming back down, he'll bring his hands all the way over the top of the bar and reestablish that hook grip, meaning the first 2 fingers go over the top of his thumb.
So again, a little bit of active recovery from King as he makes his way back to the deadlift.
Yeah, get those arms up, get some blood circulating back into those shoulders, because I guarantee he's starting to feel the bench a little bit. Deadlifts, I don't think it's going to take much of a toll on athletes of this caliber, not at that weight.
Approaching the 6-minute mark. There's our leader, Tyler Eggerman.
Wow, that's impressive. Going right through that set with a little jog. He's able to recover a lot faster as he gets to that bar.
When you've coached these athletes, what do you tell them as the reps get lower, but it starts feeling a lot heavier?
Well, I tell them, you know what, just hang on. Establish a fast pace and hang on. You know that you can do it. These are movements that you do day in and day out. And so, you know, ride that red line just a little bit. You've got to, with other competitors breathing down your neck.
Eggerman was 297th worldwide in the Open this year. He was 9th in the Southwest. He has a back squat of 450, a clean and jerk of 345, and a max deadlift of 500 pounds. So he's obviously got the strength background to handle this event.
Yeah, I mean, he's 200 pounds under his PR when it comes to this squat clean, right? So he should be able to go fast and ride that red line. And I like telling my athletes, you know what, go before you're ready. Take those breaks, but keep them really short and go before you're ready.
So our leader Eggerman makes his way back to the deadlift. 7 minutes, 20 seconds gone by. And then on the far right of your screen, you see Justin King advancing on these squat cleans and back to the deadlift as well. And we're also taking a look there. Lane 6, Weston Neiman. 3rd place right now.
Saw a lot of those athletes go out really fast and just go touch and go on the squat cleans. I think he's being smart and calculated. See how he's dropping it and he's just doing singles. And that's all right as long as you maintain a good pace. So as soon as the bar drops, you get right back on it, you re-grip it.
8 minutes gone by. Event number 2, heat 3 here, men's individual competition. There is our leader, Eggerman. Onto the squat cleans.
Yeah, see how he didn't wait as soon as he got to the bar? He just grabbed it and gripped it and ripped it. He's down to singles now, which, like I said, with this many reps in an event where there's this many reps, you can get a little bit of a breath right before you regrip that bar. That way you can maintain your fast pace. He's looking good. He's looking strong. Fast elbows, getting those elbows underneath that bar quick.
And what we've seen here is at this point is the reps are looking similar. So that's also a promising sign. We're not seeing a whole lot of struggle or grind from him yet.
Yeah.
And at the top of your screen, moving right to left, he makes his way back to the deadlift. Bottom of your screen, far right, there's Justin King, who is in second right now, working his way through the squat clean portion.
Got called back. Justin got called back for one more rep there at the bottom of your screen.
Now, did he get a no rep or just lose count?
It looked like he got a no rep because he started to push it forward and the judge said, no, you got to take it back.
So King will make his way back to the deadlift. He's currently in second. And he's 27 seconds behind our leader, Tyler Egeman. And they are both on their round of fives.
So from here on out, you'll see the rounds go really fast. So I think that it's important in these later rounds where you only have a few reps, as soon as you get to the bar, you've got to go. If you need to recover at all, it's got to be in the transitions.
And that's our leader right now, Egeman. Center your screen on the squat clean portion, rounds of five. Didn't get a rep there.
And the reason why is because the judge is looking for them to go below parallel. So the crease of their hip needs to go lower than the height of their kneecap. And I don't think he was quite there is what the judge was telling them.
And there's Justin King currently sitting in second place, making his way to the round of five on the squat cleans. 10 minutes, 45 seconds gone by here. Event 2, heat number 3 at the South Regional.
Boy, he's going touch and go. So you see some of the other guys, fatigue setting in, and they're going in singles. But Justin was going touch and go. That does save valuable seconds if you can do that in the later portions of an event like this.
And now he's officially caught up with Tyler Egeman now. So those touch and go reps, Justin did their job. He got those precious seconds.
Yeah.
And that's King on the left of your screen in the red top. Working through the deadlifts. Now he's back to the bench press. Round of 4.
You know, I thought that he went out a little bit too fast. The way he looked in between the transitions, he looked like he was really tired getting those hands up above his head. But he's doing what we said, and that is go out fast and hang on.
So Egeman is in the lead. Round of 4 again. Squat cleans. And got a no rep.
Now Egeman's going touch and go though. And Egeman's transitions are faster. He is running between bars where Justin is taking that time that he needs. Each athlete knows their own body, they know their own pace.
And King's trying to catch up with them. They're rep for rep now. King's about to take the lead.
Well, that one no rep cost Egeman a little bit of time there. So see how Egeman jogs back? Justin's just walking deliberately, but he's recovering.
And he gets to the bar first. So King on the right of center in your screen. Far side is in the lead, followed by King. Far left of your screen in the red top. And Egeman's already back onto the bench press.
I don't think Egeman can afford any more missed reps or no reps. He's got to make these next reps on that squat clean good reps.
Leaders are now on their round of 3 here. You see King on the far left of your screen in the red top. He's in second, and Egeman there in the black. He's making his way to 3 squat cleans now. 13 minutes gone by.
I like seeing him hustle like that. If he wins this heat, that'll be one of the keys that helped him do it, is that hustle in between the transitions.
Round of 3, 2 done by Egeman. And And there's 3. And then King is right there with him as well.
King, man, he just powered through those squat cleans. He went touch and go on every rep.
And not happy about something. We talked earlier about the hamstring we thought might have tightened up on him after the running portion.
Yeah.
Suddenly looks like it came to life again. Round of 2 now for Eggman on the deadlifts, onto the bench press.
He's putting together a really good event number 2.
2, all done on the bench and on to 2 squat cleans. King on the left, he's in second. Back to 2 reps for the bench.
Yeah, you can definitely see King's got a little hitch in his giddy up there. Something's going on with a hip or a knee. Oh, another no rep for Eggman.
Eggman there in the black at the top of your screen.
Yeah, he tried to rush that one.
So he'll make his way back to the final round. 1 rep on deadlift, bench, and squat clean. King making his way to his 2 squat cleans. He's back to his round of 1. So final round for these competitors. King's in second, Eggman's in the lead. So Eggman already off the deadlift and onto the bench press. Clean on the bench. 1 more for Eggman. And he is ahead right now of our time to beat.
Nicely
So he's
done.
in there, almost
Wow.
55 seconds ahead of Scott Tetlow. And here's King, he's gonna come in as well.
Wow. It was interesting to see their contrast in styles and how they attacked this event. One was running in between their transitions, in between lifts. The other one taking more time but recovering. But when he got to the bar, Justin King went fast on the barbell movements.
That's Weston Neiman in his final round, 1 rep on the bench, making his way out to the squat clean. So Weston Neiman comfortable through his final rep on the squat clean. He comes in 3rd. He's also under that time to beat. And lane 4 now, we're taking a look at Alexander Jolivet, working towards his final round. Just about a minute left. Again, that is Jolivet. Still on his round of 2.
Oh, yeah. You know, to put things into context with just how good of athletes these guys are, how strong they are, what good shape they're in. I mean, if you can go sub 20, I tell my athletes, look, if you can go sub 20 on Linda, you are the man. And these guys are just crushing that time.
Now Jolivet sees if he can race through these final reps of 1 before the 17-minute cap. Deadlift on the bench, 20 seconds.
He might just do it.
He's got just about 12 seconds. Never seen a man run that fast to a squat
Yeah,
clean.
really. Oh, he's going to do it.
Jolivet
Nice.
with a little hop over the bar. He gets in under the cap.
Yeah, good job.
But Eggman, he comes in with the new time to beat. And it was King who came in second. But he takes heat 3, 14:56.76.
You know, I was really impressed with Tyler Eggman's strategy here because, you know, you can tell that he's done this event, he's practiced it. He was smooth through every lift, but you see him going touch and go on the squat cleans, but he ran in between movements on the barbell. And so he made up a lot of time by jogging or running in between those movements. Where in contrast, here you've got Justin King, who's going touch and go. So he made up a lot of time on the actual lifts themselves and recovered in the transitions because he was walking deliberately between the bench and the squat clean. So a contrast in styles, but it was in the end, really it was Tyler Eggman coming through. He pushed it hard in those final rounds and pulled ahead of Justin King. Yeah, there you see him hustling to that last and final squat clean. He had a couple no reps, that were a little costly, but still made good on that last one, and good enough to put him at the top of the leaderboard so far.
Especially impressive for King. He's 11 years senior to where Eggman is. But it's time now for heat number 4 for men's individual event 2 here. It is Linda, which is a classic. Justin, what does this mean?
It is. It's affectionately known as 3 bars of death. We've got 3 different movements, so it is a triplet. Deadlift at 295, bench press at 195, squat clean at 145 pounds. Now the rep scheme, they're going to start with 10 reps, and then they're going to go down by ones until they get all the way down to 1 rep. And then they can step on that finish mat. There's a time cap of 17 minutes. And the cool thing about this event is, you know, if you've been doing CrossFit for any amount of time, you'll see this come up either at your affiliate or on the leaderboard, on the CrossFit.com website.
Taking a look at the lane assignments again, I know I'm going to be looking at lane 3, Sean Sweeney, and lane 6, Tommy Venus.
Yeah, Tommy Venus is going to crush this. Strong athlete. I think Roy Gamboa in lane number 4 is going to do really well on this event too.
Again, Logan Collins in 5. We've also got Enderton in lane 7. And again, we've seen some different strategies. And I'm very curious to see Enderton here because he does have some big lifts to his credit with the strongman and powerlifting background to him. And that's him on the right with the big beard. And let's now get set here for the start here of Heat 3. Heat 4 underway. 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games South Regional, Event 2, Heat 4. And that is Sean Sweeney in lane number 3, making his way the first round of 10 deadlifts before moving on to the bench press.
He's always been a powerful athlete. The question that we had about Sean Sweeney coming in is has he worked on his endurance, which in event number 1, he came in and represented himself very well on the endurance side of the competition. So if he's maintained his strength from 2 years ago when he qualified for the games in 2016, then he'll do really well on this event too. Keep in mind, Ted, you don't have to win every single event, right? You just have to do really well at every event, and so far he's doing that.
Look at Enderton and Bruce moving on to the squat cleans first. Enderton with the beard right of center. Up top we have Bruce. Right now, seeing a lot of parity here through this first round, but that tends to, well, kind of meter itself out as this continues.
Yeah, you see everybody, it looks like they're all going in singles, meaning they're dropping that bar every single time, which is smart in the early rounds. In the later rounds, when you're only doing 4 or 5 reps or even 3 reps, it's pretty easy to start linking those together, save a little bit of time. Early on, you don't want to go out too fast and, run out of gas.
And a Spute in lane number 2. Looks like he'll be back to the bar first. And in lane 3, that's Sean Sweeney. And that's Mitch Spute in lane 2. He is our leader right now.
I think this event really comes down to the bench press. It's all about this movement right here, this bench press. How fast can you go through that? And how much can you maintain that pace without getting too fatigued on the bench press? Yes, he's taking a deliberate break there, and I think that's smart, especially in these early rounds where you've got more reps to do every round. Look at Roy, so strong.
Gamboa is in second place in this heat right now. As we see Spute and Gamboa there, making their way left to right on your screen, and Spute getting no rep right off the get-go. Round of 9. That is Spute on the left, Gamboa on the right. Coming up into our picture is Sean Sweeney as well. See his barbell behind the judge. There's Gamboa again.
Roy is so fast at getting underneath that bar. And this is a guy that, I mean, primarily when I thought of Roy Gamboa, I thought of speed and strength, right? Like power output. But he came in, he's in 7th place overall after event number 1, which was a 49-minute event. So if you want to go to the games, you've got to show that you're really good at really long events, really short events, really heavy events, really light body weight type events, and gymnastics types events. So we're going to test you across a lot of broad times and a lot of different modal domains.
Dispute and Gamboa there, in left and right respectively on your screen. In the round of 8 now here at event 2, heat number 4, South Regional. So they'll essentially come together. You could say there's a slight edge right now to Gamboa. Although now Spute's going to get to the bar first.
Spute's breaking up those reps though, and I think you'll see Gamboa go all the way through on this round. Yeah, just went unbroken on that round.
Now he'll come up, both will come up for 8 squat cleans.
Look how low he's receiving that bar, meaning he doesn't have to pull it real high to get back underneath it so that he can stand up with it. He's not lifting it real high, but he's pulling himself underneath that bar real quick, trying to get those elbows under fast.
And that's Spute on your left.
And that's Roy on the right, excuse me, yeah. Look how fast he gets under that bar.
They're in their round of 8. Maybe a rep differentiates them at the moment. We can give a slight edge to Gamboa. On the inside of Gamboa, that is Sweeney, but Gamboa moving ahead, and Spute right there with them. And then once again, they will go back to the bar for the round of 7 together. And a little bit of maybe the trot there from Spute.
Yeah, I think you're seeing Roy go really fast pace on the barbell movements. And Roy has taken a little bit more breather. Now, as soon as I say that, he sets the bar down and steps back from it.
He doesn't want to take your advice.
Yeah. Well, I would defer to him in a heartbeat. This is a guy that's been to the games 3 times. He won the regional in 2016 and 2015. Took a year off last year, focused on his career, and now he's back. And a new and improved Roy Gamboa after watching him in the 333 event, event number 1 here.
Event 2, heat number 4. Spute on the left's going to stop after 4 reps.
Yeah. Gamboa has gone off. He's gone unbroken on all of the sets of the bench press.
And now he's on to 7 squat cleans. It's the round of 7.
I'll be interested to see if he starts going touch and go. He's still going singles. But as we get to these later rounds, I wouldn't be surprised to see him start going just touch and go on that bar.
Round of 7, Gamboa with about a 2-rep lead on Spute right now in lane 2. Spute on the left, Gamboa on the right, closer to the camera. He is our leader. Venus coming up to the bar. He's in 3rd, also on his round of 7.
You know, Venus came in 8th place in event number 1, which once again was that long endurance event, and he's an athlete that's known more for his strength as well. So if these big, strong athletes where that's their strength are coming in and doing well in the endurance events, boy, that's setting them up really well to try to qualify for the games this year.
And we see Gamboa back for the round of 6 there. Center your screen. Spute coming back as well. Approaching the 8-minute mark. Tyler Eggeman at 14:56.76 is your time to beat. That happened in the last heat, heat number 3. He was about 55 seconds ahead of the previous leader. Event record, Andre Gainan, 12:09.31 at the European Regional.
Yeah, that's crushing him.
Gamboa is in the lead.
They
He'll
say
make
that
his way
Andre,
out.
when he set that event record, he went unbroken on every single set.
So it's the round of 6 for Gamboa making his way to the squat cleans. There's Spute in second. He'll pick up the pace a little bit. Getting up to the bar, he'll find himself 3 or 4 reps behind of where Gamboa is here in the round of 6. Again, Gamboa in the center of your screen. Spute a little bit more towards the bottom. Gamboa, there he is, dead center in the lead. Round of 6 right now. And Gamboa already moving on. He's on to the round of 5 now, back to the deadlift.
Yeah, I think that's smart. At this point, he doesn't have to hustle too much and get too fatigued. He's catching his breath now so that when he gets to the barbell, he can just start right in. Yeah, see that? He didn't wait. He didn't take a lot of time. He just grabbed the bar, and now he's starting.
Round of 5 for Gamboa. And he makes quick work of the deadlift. Now it's on to the bench press, which, Justin, you've said is the most important aspect of this workout.
Yeah, I think it really is because, you know, these other lifts, the deadlift and the squat clean, they're a staple with CrossFitters around the world. They're doing them every single week. The bench press, it doesn't come up quite as often as the other lifts do.
Gamboa maintaining his lead over Spute now, who we see in the red top getting under the bar. Gamboa is 5 reps ahead now, making his way to the squat cleans again in the round of 5 here. Event 2, Linda, Heat 4, men's individual competition at the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games South Regional.
Well, you can see why they call this the 3 bars of death, right?
I think they'll have more to say about the death feeling come later this evening or tomorrow morning when they wake up. That is Gamboa in the lead. Round of 5 in the squat cleans.
You know, this is an interesting event because obviously there's a strength component, there's a power component, but there's also a muscular endurance component. I mean, they're doing these lifts, but they've got to do them consecutively and fast and under a time duration. So there's a lot going on here that's taxing the body in a lot of different ways.
And Gamboa, as we watched him walk right to left across your screen back to the barbell for the round of 4, it looked like lower hamstring, upper calf started to cramp.
Yeah. Which you come back to the deadlift, or at least the first pull on the squat clean as well.
And he's already back to the bench press. There is Spute in red, left of center. And we're seeing him coming right up to Gamboa, who's slowed down a little bit now. Gamboa, I don't know if he cramped up again. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to extend those legs.
Yeah.
So now this is opening the door for Spute. Yeah, he's cramping.
Wow.
Here comes Spute, lane 2.
He just passed Gamboa. This is big right here.
Round of 4 now for Spute squat cleans. Yeah, calf cramps. He's stretching out those toes.
He just saw the lead slip away in this round of 4.
And there's Spute, round of 4.
Sweeney right next to him.
Quickly making work of the 4 squat cleans is Spute, and now he looks a little bit uncomfortable jogging his way back to the bar as well.
Yeah. Look at Sweeney getting back to that bar faster.
So Sweeney now in the lead. 3 deadlifts. Now it's the round of 3 for bench press and then squat cleans.
A win here for Sweeney would be huge.
And Gamboa on the right there is still on the previous round of 4, still cramping. And Sweeney looks fresh and invigorated.
Yeah.
He's out to the round of 3 for squat cleans now. 13 minutes gone by, 17-minute cap, event 2, heat 4.
Sean Sweeney looking slick on those squat cleans. touch and go, went right through every single rep, and now he's running back to that bar for those deadlifts.
So Sweeney looking very good right now. Round of 2. No problem for Sweeney. We see Spute walking right behind our shot there, making his way back to round of 2 for the deadlift. Sweeney is flying right now.
Running in between each barbell movement has really helped Sweeney jump out to the lead. That and being really consistent once he gets to that barbell. Look, he'll go touch and go here. Fast cycling of the barbell. Smooth and moving the bar forward.
Final round of 1 approaching for Sweeney. He is in the lead and he's at the bar. On to the bench press. The time to beat is 14:56.76. He'll have his shot. Tyler Eggeman in the previous round had that. And this will be big for Sweeney, who was 3rd after 1 event. One last rep for Sweeney.
Wow, Sean Sweeney, look at that.
And he is the event winner here in heat number 4, coming in about 17 seconds ahead of where Eggeman was. There's Spute coming to his final round. And we saw also Enderton coming across as well. It was right neck and neck between him and Spute.
Yeah, I think Enderton might have just edged Spute out.
And here's Gamboa, who spent so much time at the bench cramping up.
Yeah, on that round of 4, he really stopped for quite a while and allowed the lead to slip away.
He's got 2 more squat cleans.
You know, and part of that, you know, let's not forget, these guys did the 333s earlier today. All of that running, those 3 miles on that air assault runner, and that takes its toll going into every event from now on.
Well, there's Gamboa making his way back to his final round. This is Collins, round of 1.
Which is good to see, because he's kind of a smaller athlete here when you compare his weight to some of the other athletes. And so to come through on Linda and do as well as he has done as a smaller athlete speaks well to his level of conditioning and strength.
And that's Collins. He'll cross just about 16:13. And we've got McKenna. Here's Gamboa. And that one really changed. Cramped up on the bench in the round of 4. Or actually, the cramp started in the round of 5. That's when we noticed it. And it completely derailed him. There's McKenna there at the bottom of your screen in blue, moving right to left. 17-minute cap. 1 deadlift down. He's got 20 seconds for 2 more reps. We saw Joe LeVay do it with about 12 seconds. He'll have 10.
He's got the crowd behind him.
Will McKenna have time? A clean rep under the crowd.
I think he got it. Yeah, he's checking with his judge. Was I good?
And there's Sean Sweeney, our winner of event number 2, 14:39.09. And he just got fresher and fresher as the event continued. We saw Spute falter, we saw Gamboa cramp up, and Sweeney just looked better as that event continued.
Yeah, I think you're right. He picked up the pace as the event progressed. And he was running. He was another one that was hustling in between the transitions. But the key is he didn't even pause once he got to the barbells.
Then his time, 14:39 and change, was about 17 seconds faster than the previous time to beat from Tyler Eggeman, who had 14:56. And after that 3rd place finish in event number 1, this has been a very productive day for Sean Sweeney, Justin.
Well, it sure has, and let's watch and see how Sean did this. He didn't jump out to the lead. Really, it was between Spute, there in the maroon shirt, and Roy Gamboa with the blue shorts on. They were going rep for rep, They were trading lead back and forth. And then around that round of 5, round of 6, things started to slow down for Roy Gamboa. You see Roy there, really strong through the bench press. I think he went unbroken through almost every set of bench press. And then you started to see Sweeney come from behind. Roy Gamboa got a little bit of cramps in the back of the legs, the hamstrings, and the calves, and he took quite a lot of time on that round of 4. But it was Sean Sweeney who really poured it on, and it was all Sean Sweeney from the round of 4 and finished strong. And he is your overall winner of event number 2 here at the South Regional. And I like to see that because he barely missed qualifying for the games last year. He was only, one placement away from going to the games. That fueled him over the offseason. He's trained hard and came in, and you see the dividends of all of that work.
Well, Mike Arsenault is down on the floor with our event winner, Sean Sweeney. Mike?
Sean, pretty nice little Friday. A 3rd place in event 1, a 1st place here on event number 2, and you were made to work out in front of a crowd. How does that fuel you, this crowd support and all the noise here at the South Regional?
Sometimes there's certain types of people, some people are fantastic in the gym, and when all the conditions are right, there's no pressure and they can just do their own thing. I am the polar opposite. So naturally, I am not an athletic human, never was good at sports, none of that. And I just have the support of an awesome group of people and the entire CrossFit community, and that sport is growing and growing. And I just thrive off the energy of the crowd and hearing the announcers say, hey, Sean Sweeney, CrossFit Cowboy, coming up from behind, and it just fuels me up. And this has been a great Friday, my best ever Friday. Last year we had some setbacks, and it doesn't matter what those are. This year I'm coming at it with everything I got, and this is just a really cool way. Some people train for a living, and I don't. I have a gym, about to open a second one. Girlfriend has a coffee shop. We're going to start another soft tissue company. And my big platform is I want to grow this to be able to show people that don't even know what CrossFit is yet that, hey, it's possible. There's time in the day. You can make it work. You just need to put in your effort. And the coolest thing about this is the community that is all there to support us every step of the way. So if you look up in that section, I've got this huge crowd of people with Sweeney heads, and they're the coolest people, my friends and family on the planet. And I'm the luckiest guy there is. I love it.
I wish I could be as eloquent as you after what you've went through here on day number 1. We'll see you on the weekend. Congratulations.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you guys. Thank you.
All right, and what a big day, Justin, for Sean Sweeney. 3rd in event number 1, and then he gets the event number 2 win.